Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Readings by Circe with your girl Becky, giving you guys today, day 23. Can you guys believe it? We are so close. We only have a week left after today, guys. You have done a phenomenal job. I'm so proud of you guys. A week from today, you guys will be finished with this journey, and I hope and pray that you guys have changed. You guys have found some sense of purpose and well-being within yourself and have been able to take direction and action in your own life the best way that serves you guys, as we are all different. We can't assume that every one way will work for us. And I love that this beautiful yellow butterfly just flew by the window, and today we are going to discuss our last time with the solar plexus chakra, guys. So we have a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do, hit that thumbs up button if this is resonating with you. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. And subscribe to the channel so that way you guys always know whenever a new video does come out. And for ease and convenience, I will post any videos to my channel at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? So connecting on a deeper spiritual level, right? That's what this week is all about. We've covered the physical, we've covered being able to heal holistically, we've covered the being able to heal and just understand and how to connect with this through journaling, through meditation, and now we're going into that spiritual level. So the same process we followed yesterday. We're going to start off with the rune, and the rune that we're discussing today is Thorazaz, and this is what it looks like. Okay. And Thorazaz is one of the most potent runes because it reflects Thor's hammer. Okay, this is the rune of Thor. Sorry. With all its creative and destructive capabilities. A reminder that your power is boundless and infinite, right? We are all infinite beings. We have infinite power within us. We should not ever be a victim. Why? Because we are so powerful. And if we're victimizing ourselves, it means that we have given away our power. But it says always to be respectful and humble in the face of this power around others. We do not use it to hoard over others, right? It reminds you to find diplomatic solutions to complex situations and leave the power of the hammer for the most extreme circumstances. So if you guys got to blast down that hammer, that's fine, but only use it in very extreme circumstances where no diplomacy can be found, okay? It's connected to the energies of the strong one, conflict, tool, a tool or weapon, defense, protection, violence. If you noticed on here, it also means giant, okay? It's with the subconscious actions and forces, sociological forces. Sorry guys, I'm tired. I think you guys are feeling it too. If you're not, but I am feeling it for sure. I am tired today, but that is okay. I'm here with you guys doing this, okay? So it's also connected to the sociological forces. It's Thor, Loki as a giant, destruction from natural occurrences, chaos, aggression, conflicts, psychological problems, lightning, breakthrough, aggression, male sexuality, like aggressive male sexuality, breaking down barriers, right? The thorn of awakening, the hardships of spiritual awakening, which we have talked about in plenty on this journey, trouble and enthusiasm, right? So it's definitely got this is a two-sided weapon here, right? A double-edged sword. It can mean that you are struggling against the subconscious, and it can also indicate male sexual prowess, right? Like that very masculine sexuality. It's connected with self-improvement, active defenses, destructive storms, vital eroticism, regeneration, danger, conflict, defenselessness, betrayal, delusion, dullness, explosive violence, and annoyance. This is something where it's called the awakening into the will of action, right? Why is this connected with the solar plexus? Because of that will to take action, the willpower. And that's all the solar plexus is about, is finding this innate strength within us and taking that action. And if it is imbalanced, we'll find circumstances where we'll be aggressive and overbearing, and we can't betray others, and we can betray ourselves more than anything, right? Breaking resistance of blockages in all the body, mind, and the soul. It's increased potency, prowess in romantic relationships. It's aiming to use psychic forces and a combination of both the left and right brain for powerful realizations, okay? Like I said before, this is Thor's rune. It foretells a defense against danger, right? So if there's dangerous situations come up, this will tell you. It will also help protect you. It is also the knowledge of when to preserve oneself through resistance and courage in an unwanted situation. A reminder that our safety should not be compromised, and to defend ourselves without sacrificing self-respect, dignity, or our integrity. A rune of self-control, right? And when we have a powerful solar plexus chakra, we're able to control ourselves, which we want. We want to be in a situation of self-control, because that's the only control that we truly have in life, is self. Okay? It's also of introspection. It's to resist temptations that would otherwise thwart us from our goals or deter us from achieving the goals that we want, right? So whether that's addictions, unwanted time wasters, that could be people, places, things. It could be this idea that we have to be something that we're not. There's plenty of things that will keep us from getting to our goal, okay? It does manifest as a shield to block those in your energy who aren't for you. It's to keep you safe within its borders. Okay, it helps to guard you against dark forces by ensuring light is the only thing that can enter, right? So some of you guys may be dealing with people or energies that are on the dark side of, if you guys say dark magic or anything like that. This could be the evil eye. This could be people who just don't want to see you do good. These are people who are haters, whatever you guys call them, right? They have many names, but just low vibrational energies that are really trying to push that onto you. This is a great way to defend yourself. And again, you guys can't always draw the symbol on your forehead. Actually, it goes this way. My apologies. Because when I show it to you guys, it's that way, but yeah. Down, and then like the little hammer. So it is that way. Because I'm facing you, right? Yeah. I'm confused. Do you see? I'm tired, guys. I'm so tired. I'm going to start acting silly. I can already feel it. So hang with me. This is serious, but I'm just going to tell you guys I'm probably going to be acting all silly. Sorry for my finger. Okay. Let's see here. It can help you to manifest a sanctuary, and it appears at times as a protective thorn bush. With it in effect and other protective runes, your boundaries become very abrupt. And so it is something to keep in mind when setting these boundaries. You don't have to be super ruthless when setting your boundaries, but just be firm about your boundaries, because when you use this rune, it's going to show that those boundaries are like, nope, we're not going to cross that today. Okay. Thurzaz helps to make the path clear, aiding you in difficult decisions or helping you overcome indecisiveness. It reminds us that watching and waiting only increases our worry and stress, and a reminder to move forward and take action so we can get out of where we want, right? Otherwise, it's that now is the time to act before an action or a decision is made for you, which I feel like everybody has been in, where we haven't acted and then suddenly something happened outside of us that forced us into action. Again, this is one of the most powerful runes, so draw the symbol on your forehead to gain amazing energy. Maybe I should do that 3 times right now. For protection and energy. Let's just go with it, guys. You do it too. Yeah, okay. Let's see how the rest of the video goes. All right. So we're moving on. That is Thorazaz, the rune. What else is connected with the solar plexus chakra? Excuse me, I apologize. Is the Emperor, the tarot card. Okay, again, if you guys haven't been here on my other videos, I do not read the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. I read the original Italian deck, so my cards are different than what is mainstream, okay? Very different. So I am going to be discussing how the Emperor applies to the solar plexus chakra today, and a lot of what's going to come through is actual studies and information based on my deck, okay, not on Rider-Waite-Smith, okay, just putting that out there. So if you guys have Rider-Waite-Smith, I have nothing against that. The same energy still applies. However, with my particular deck, it's just goes a lot further in depth, and they're a lot more intuitive cards, okay? They don't have pictures on them, minor arcana, and yeah, and these are not really called arcanum. They're arcanum, but they're not really called that. They're more mystery cards, okay? And that's why you guys will hear me talk about that. So, anyways. The Emperor, he controls many ways in which leadership is exercised in society, personally, energetically, and spiritually. He is a figure of control, of authority, and is a powerful teacher of the masculine forms of manifestation and empowerment. He's also known as the father of the tarot. A direct line to your own powerful lineage, right? So this helps us draw on our ancestors from the past and to really embody that too, right? He is shown as a strong and aggressive leader who will not hesitate to fight for his realm. A reverence for tradition and symbolizing power, a dominance over the earth or material things, and a subordinate being to the power of source, right? He trusts in source. He's a subordinate being to source. This is all symbolized by his staff that he's holding here. He is a being who has mastered self-control. What did we talk about over in Thorazaz? Self-control, right? Like, this is going to be a common theme today for the solar plexus chakra. Yet he creates laws or boundaries, right? And we also talked about boundaries in Thoraz, with that of a judge that ensures that those laws are obeyed. All right? He has a spiritual nature and is a man who shoulders many responsibilities. And you think of an emperor, and yes, he does. He shoulders his empire, he shoulders his people, he shoulders the things that are going around, right? Making sure that it's a safe place to live, taking care of any threats, having to go to war if need be, trying to find peaceful resolutions. These are a lot of things that one person has to endure. Okay? So I'm going to get into a little bit deeper knowledge here. This is some very esoteric knowledge that I'm bringing forth for you guys. And just hang with me and be open to what's coming. But this is in direct correlation to the Emperor, okay? The Emperor is an initiate who knows how to attain knowledge. He knows how to ask, to seek, and to put into practice the appropriate means to succeed. Otherwise, he would not have been emperor, right? These spiritual practices have taught him practical sense. Okay, think about that. Not anything other than being able to go about life with a practical mindset. Okay, practical sense is very important, especially on this journey. Something our solar plexus will help us do is to be practical about the things within us, right? So instead of being one of those people that, and they exist, that work out for 20 hours a day, okay, what's practical? I can dedicate an hour 3 days a week and know that I'm going to get the best for my body. Or maybe you need to do an hour every day, or maybe you need to do an hour every other day, and that never changes. It doesn't matter what week you're on. It just keeps continuing. You do today, tomorrow you're off. The next day, you're off. You know what I mean? And it never deviates from that. Okay? Practical sense. Okay. And the infallible effectiveness of the three united endeavors. And yes, we are going to go a little religious on here. It is not about pushing religion on you. It's just interesting how these tie in together. They've used the research that I go into. It ties in the biblical quotes. It ties in why these matter and how they go in hand with these characters, right? Because these are characters that were prevalent at the time that the deck was made. You have the Emperor, the Pope, the Popess, and the only reason the Popess exists is quite an interesting story. But these are people who actually existed when the deck was created, okay? So we're going to talk about the three united endeavors, and I'm sure everybody has heard this. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will be open to you. From Luke 11:9. Okay? He shows it is beyond convincing yourself to simply believe for the sake of believing. Whether that is in Source, God, the universe, a higher power, creator. Whether that is in man or whether that is in nature. Okay? It's beyond just believing for the sake of believing. Okay? He teaches us to ask, to seek, and to knock. The three united endeavors. They belong to each other. Okay? In order to arrive at one's own mystical experience. Okay? This is why we do this. You can't just believe somebody because they tell you to believe. We have to find our own way in life. And if you're not able to ask, if you're not able to seek, and if you're not able to knock, how are you ever going to come to your own conclusion on what's good for you? Right? That's what it matters. That's the only place that this all matters. What is good for you? Because what's good for me, it might not be good for you. It doesn't mean I can't give you tools. It doesn't mean I can't give you knowledge. But trying to get you to perceive the world that I perceive, it would never exist because you've experienced something completely different than I have. So the only way for you to understand, oh, I see what she means when she says source, because I've asked if source exists. I've sought to see if source exists, and I've knocked on the doors, and the doors have been open to me. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like you have to find your own way, but it doesn't mean that source is going to talk to you the same way that source talks to me. Okay? Because we all have lived a different experience in the world, and that has altered everybody's perception. Okay? The emperor the emperor owes his authority not to his power, whether that be visible or invisible, over human beings. He owes his authority, not his power, his authority. There's a complete difference here, and I don't know if a lot of people actually know that difference. Okay? When you're exerting power, you're trying to be manipulative, and you have to stand on top of this person no matter what. Authority is somebody who gets out and leads. They lead by example. They do with doing. Like, they are there for you. They're there to represent you. Okay? He represents humans, men, women, children. He represents them before source, man, or nature, his realm, right? He represents all that is human. Listen to that, guys. The emperor represents all that is human. Not because he has superpowers. Not because he's superhuman. He represents all that is human because he is human. He is the man who is more human than all the others. Listen to that. Just for a second. Absorb this. He is the man who is more human than all the others. This is the stuff that I talk about with you guys on my videos. When we're human, we make human mistakes. We're all trying to think that we need to be superhuman with superpowers. You know what? Cool. I make a mistake. Can I accept that? Or do I have to spend an eternity beating myself up because of a silly mistake that 99.9% of all people do? In fact, 100% humans, I'm just going to say it, guys, 100% humans make these mistakes because none of us are the Son of God. None of us are Jesus, right? None of us are this representation of Jesus, whatever that may be for any one person. We all understand that Jesus was this perfect being who came and was manifest on the earth, right? We all know the story. And even if you don't, if you have a religion that, or a belief that goes around this one being that was perfect and it manifested on earth, right? They manifested here and they were here to show us the ways, because it is amazing how much intricately all our religions and beliefs and mythology is all intertwined with one another when you open your mind to see it, okay? The man who is more human than all others, the man worthy of the throne of David or the throne of the emperor, okay? If you guys know the story about David, David was a shepherd, and he was the last of 8 brothers, and he spent all his time out in the fields, and he was left alone to himself. Like, he never got to experience the things that his brothers did. They all basically denied him as part of the family because he was different, and he spent all his time out in the fields praising God, right? And he never deviated from that. When he had to defeat a lion, he knew that God helped him defeat the lion. Okay, when he had to take care of his sheep, he knew that God was there making sure that his sheep were with him. Like, it was this thing that he just always knew that where he was because of his creator. It wasn't because of him. It wasn't because he had 7 other brothers. It wasn't because of his family. It wasn't because of this. And they denied him, and it never deterred him from being this kind and gentle spirited soul. Like, he was always just this kind person. And at the end, Solomon comes in, and Solomon asks for a predecessor and ends up anointing David even after his whole family denied that he existed. They said, you said 8 sons. I only see 7, so where's the 8th son? Right? Are you a number 8? Like, when you call yourself a number 8, it's because you're clearing out karma. You're bringing in abundance. But you don't take that lightly. It means there's servitude that comes with that, right? And that's exactly what the emperor knows, is he knows that this is all about servitude. When you're serving your solar plexus chakra, it's like your servitude to becoming the truth of who you are. Unraveling what you think everybody else thinks of you, or unraveling what you feel like you need to be so you can impress everybody else, is coming into this space of saying, this is me at my core, and whether you accept, approve, or agree with me, I don't care. This is who I am. And I don't want to change, right? That's servitude. And again, even if you don't believe in God or anything like that, that's fine, okay? Again, it's hard on this journey to not get to the sense to know that there's something else out there. However, if you don't, it's all right. It's getting in touch and understanding your higher self and letting go of all those things that everybody, the hurt, the pain, the suffering that everybody put on you, that you put on yourself, that you believed you had to build this shield around you to protect yourself from the world, right? It's just letting all that go. Anointing, though. It's all about the anointing, okay? The more human and truly human one becomes, the more one manifests the divine element underlying human nature, which is the image and the likeness of God. When we're manifest, are we not doing what the Creator has done? God said, let there be light, and there was light. And I know you guys are like, this is not a religious thing. It's really not, but the only way to understand the wholeness of manifestation is that the beginning of the Bible talks about manifestation. He spoke. He said, let there be light, and there was light. Let there be water and rain and all these things, and it was so, you know, and like you go through, and I know that's not the exact quote from the Bible, but what I'm saying is like God spoke, and so it was, right? And when we speak, we're speaking manifestations into life, whether we know that or not. Okay, and so our words matter. How we speak, it matters. We have to speak kind things to ourselves. And to be human means to speak kindness unto others, no matter how they act. Kindness is not being nice. Nice is being a doormat. Kindness means I'm going to speak love unto you, but that doesn't mean I got to stick around for abuse. Okay? This is some deep stuff, guys. This is some really deep stuff. And that's from Genesis 1:26, okay? A reminder to rehumanize ourselves. And he has been crucified, the emperor has. He has been crucified by re-entering into his human essence. He is a real symbol of emptiness, which is established because of the renunciation of the wound. Ooh, what does that mean? The renunciation of the wound, exactly what I was just talking about, letting go of the suffering and the pain. You renounce that. You say, that's not me. Sure, it's stuff that happened, but that's not who I am. I don't have to act like I'm a BA all the time because people hurt me. Just because people betrayed me doesn't mean that I still can't be kind and generous and loving and give back to people. Just because the world is sour, that means that I have to be sour too? Even though you know it doesn't feel good, the only reason we do it is because we're tired of getting hurt. You have to rehumanize yourself and say, all that stuff is out there. Connecting with your solar plexus gives you your power back. What did I say at the beginning? You guys are letting go of victimization. You can't victimize yourself anymore. When you're in a victim mentality, it means I've given the world my power to make me feel any one way that they want to make me feel. When you have your power and you're standing in your power, you can see people, and even if they blow up and they tell you it's your fault, you could be like, hey, that's cool that you believe that. But in reality, you need to look in the mirror, because your anger and your stress and your upsetness is not mine. Right? But that's hard when we're in this state of the wound, of being in the suffering and the pain. We say, oh, Sally made me feel like I was nothing, and Barb over here made me feel like I was, the worst person in the world, and Bill over there made me feel like I could never get anybody that was as good as him. That's what they all want you to believe, because when you believe that, it means that you cannot be human. You've been dehumanized. Do you see? You've been victimized. The same thing. Victimized and dehumanized. They go hand in hand. Okay? Letting this go and becoming who we're meant to become. Okay. This is when this happens. It is a coming into a state of consciousness where eternity and the present moment are one. Woo. Understanding that authority is the magic of spiritual profundity filled with wisdom. Okay? The emperor has to do with determination, assertiveness, self-confidence, a willingness to fight to protect one's ground. Likewise, though, when somebody is not in their emperor power, or when somebody is in the reversal of this energy, they're belligerent, aggressive attitude, and there's somebody who's ready to provoke to anger. The other thing that goes along with this is people who manipulate. So, okay, we're done with that. So now we're gonna move into why we practice the solar plexus on Sunday. Talk about the planet that today is connected with. The planet that the solar plexus is connected with. Could you guys guess? It's this ball of yellow light that's sitting in our solar plexus. What do you think it is? Whatever you guys guess, that was a good guess. Okay? And if you didn't guess, that's okay. I don't blame you. It's the sun. It's the most direct, linear, and potent energy. And the solar plexus is the seat of our soul. So what do you think that is? That's our most potent energy. Hey guys, there's noise going on. And I apologize if this video is so long, but there's a lot of information to cover here. The sun helps us to access wisdom. And what did we just say? Authority is the magic of spiritual profundity filled with wisdom. But the sun helps us to access wisdom of objectivity, directness, clarity, decisiveness, and willpower. These are all things that we have talked about in all these things so far. The rune, the tarot card, and now with the planet. It is a symbol for life itself. It is the expression of your true self in the world. And what were we talking about with the Emperor? Again, that clarification here, coming back to being completely human. That is our true essence, is to be human, okay? The sun represents the birthright of all living things to express. It's the synchronicity, the vitality, self-expression, identity. It is the father planet, and it is what needs to radiate and to shine forth, our essence. Okay? It means to embody your truth, the person you were born to be, not who you think you need to be. This is the person you were born to be. And it is the experience of our masculine energy. And when we say that here, this is the masculine energy. This is the masculine energy. With the sun, the masculine energy, right? All these things. The more you step into your truth, the more powerful your creative potential and the more connected you will feel to your life as a whole. The more human you will feel. Which is good. You want to feel human. We don't want to feel like we're not human, because the more we feel like we're not human, the more we feel like we don't exist in this place or we don't belong. We're all human. We're all meant to be human in whatever this existence is. So let's embrace that and embody that in its whole. Sunday. Oh, my apologies. My apologies. The more... Okay. Embrace your weirdness, silliness, and your quirks. These are right. They're meant to be expressed, okay? So the funny things that you do that you're like, oh, people don't want to see that. That's just weird. Embrace that, because the world needs that. That's what makes us us. Sunday is ruled by the sun, okay? It's representing warmth, the ego, and our personal truth. It is a perfect day to spark our inner light and embrace our unique selves. Always do what makes you truly happy, okay? The solar energy is meant to recharge us for the week ahead. You rest and allow yourself to recharge, and always prioritize whatever it is that makes you happy today on Sunday, okay? This is a time to improve one's sense of vigor and even to figure things out, okay? And whatever you begin on a Sunday is likely to succeed. It is a day for reconnecting with our essence, our being. How does that not go hand in hand with everything we've talked about, right? So let's talk about the zodiacs connected with this day. First and foremost, we have Aries. I heard you guys say Leo. I heard it. Leo! Nope. I'm going to surprise you guys today. I am going to surprise y'all today. 33:44 on the clock, guys. I'm going to surprise you. Okay? You have Aries. And they're curious, adventurous, and independent. Aries spearhead their own paths, never waiting for guidance, kind of like the Emperor, right? He has to do what's right for him, and he can't just wait around for people telling him what to do. He's the one who tells others what to do, right? So, you have Aries. They're natural born leaders and initiators, always pushing forward through uncharted territory. Also, they tend towards solo quests with this mentality of jump on my bandwagon or jump off. Okay, like that's their thing. And that's also, the Emperor's a very solo journey. You think about Thor. Isn't Thor a solo journey, right? And you guys can liken it to Thor, the superhero and all that stuff. Cool. They do use a lot of the mythology in it, but you're talking about Thor like he's the one that has to bring light and goodness and protection to Asgard, okay? I know. You guys are like, that's exactly what goes on in the comic. It's interesting. The mythology and stuff, they're not too far off from one another, okay? You guys can research it if you don't believe me. That's fine. So, a balanced solar plexus chakra provides Arians with the physical energy needed to fuel their leadership and entrepreneurial spirits. The other zodiac connected with these solar plexus. No, it is not Leo. We'll get to Leo later, but it's not Leo. It's actually Scorpio. And a lot of people misunderstand and believe that Scorpio is ruled by either the root or the sacral chakra because they're one of the most sexual beings in the zodiac. However, they're ruled by the solar plexus chakra, okay? Scorpios they have a knowing, mysterious aura. Like, they just kind of like always know what's going on, right? They push people into healing snags within their souls because this is a transformational energy. If you think about lighting the spark within, can't you transform your light by leaning into your solar plexus chakra? Yes, that's where we transform the most, is through our solar plexus, where we take action so that we can gestate and manifest what we want into life once we feel it in our hearts. Drawn to the taboo, exposing dysfunction and toxicity, they're there to purge and to renew. Okay? They can be delicate, and yet they are very capable of self-defense and holding power over others. And we're talking about that. You don't want to hold power over others, but this is something that Scorpio has the ability to do. And they will manipulate people. Like, that is a trait of Scorpios. When they're not in their positive energy, they are very good at manipulating to get what they want and to appear certain ways. I know. I have a Scorpio moon. I've been there, done that, lived that story, and had to figure out why things were falling apart for me. So that is just something. I owned it. Don't feel like this is a personal attack, Scorpios. You guys are awesome, because Scorpio energy is truly transformational, and a lot of people have a problem with that. But that's what the solar plexus is all about, is this truly transformational energy that we can rely on, okay? A balanced solar plexus supports Scorpios with action, focus, direction, and ambition to explore the secrets and mysteries of life, death, and sex. The things that other people don't want to talk about, explore, or understand. And that's why this is connected to the solar plexus chakra, okay? So now we're going to talk about the gemstone that's connected to the solar plexus, and that's the citrine, right? I'm only going to bring one stone. You guys can see it. It's really bright in here. I don't know if I can get that. It's this yellow stone. So it's kind of like a really soft yellow. And yellow citrine has shades. Like, there's different shades that you can have. I have two of these. I don't actually know where my other one is. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I have two of them. But yellow citrine, it's for the solar plexus chakra. It also helps other chakras, but we are only going to focus on the solar plexus today. So the zodiacs it's connected to, lo and behold, Aries. The first one out the gate, right? Aries, Gemini, Leo, and Libra. Okay? The planet it's connected to is Jupiter, which is funny because you're like, but we're talking about the sun. It's okay, this is a gemstone. Gemstones are different, okay? The element it's connected to is air. It helps with happiness, prosperity, generosity, creativity, pleasure, protection, strength, alignment, confidence, and stability, moderation, energy, comfort, success, truth, and goodness. It's with warmth, digestion, assimilation, and enjoyment of life. This can help energize you on all levels. It raises self-esteem and self-confidence. It stimulates the brain, strengthening the intellect. It promotes motivation. It creates creativity and encourages self-expression, while also helping to reverse problems with the digestive system, degenerative diseases, and to balance chemical imbalances within the body. This helps with treatment of diabetes, and it helps to stimulate both the digestion, the spleen, and pancreas. Okay, we made it, guys. We got there. You guys are awesome. I'm so proud of you guys, okay? So I do want you guys to journal. Don't click off yet. I'm going to talk about our journal question, right? So today we're on the 3rd day of the solar plexus chakra. No, the 4th. Thank you, whoever said that. The 4th day. Okay. So the journal question is, have you ever experienced violent outbursts, bullying, or an intolerance of yourself or others, intimidation, victimization, or unable to take action? What is the first memory you can think of that enabled this experience in your life? And really sit with that, right? And we're talking about that other side, right? The other side of being balanced in this energy. And it's not a very good one, right? This is where we have bullies, is an unbalanced solar plexus chakra. This is where we have people who, you know, maybe treat us really badly or try to manipulate us, is this unbalanced solar plexus chakra. And we have to really pay attention to that, okay? So I want you guys to journal. Check out the 10-minute yoga practice on my channel in the playlist. It's there for you guys to meditate. And also the affirmation I want you guys to work with is, I feel calm and confident in my power. Alright guys, day 23 is officially on the books. You guys are awesome. You've done an amazing job. I'm so proud of you guys. I know this was the longest video. This week is going to be very informative on a much deeper level, the spiritual level. And the reason I left this for the last week is because the other stuff I feel like is more important. It's more that tangible physical stuff. And this is all kind of the spiritual stuff. It's intangible and it's like really connecting with it. It's going to take a lot. And it doesn't mean that you still can't connect with this energy center within you. It means that you guys can connect with it on multiple levels. And that's the reason I set this up this way, okay? Hit that thumbs up button if this has been resonating with you. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is released. I will be back tomorrow. Don't you worry. Pretty little heads on it. Also, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you guys are feeling. I am feeling it today. I feel better after drawing the Thurias on my forehead. I actually do. I feel a lot better. I have a lot more energy because of it. I did not know if I was going to make it through, and I still have to go do the tarot reading, which will be there for you guys if you're interested. It is by no means a requirement, and I will be releasing a tarot reading every other Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's it, guys. That's it. If I'm going to leave you here with this 30-day journey and see you back tomorrow for tomorrow's video, great. If I'm going to see you guys on the reading, great. I'll see you there. But as always, I'm sending you guys out so much light and love. Give yourselves a pat on the back, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.